Hello and welcome to day 37 of 100 Days of Tonalism. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy, and the study I've done today is by Edward Bannister, and the title that I have is Landscape. I'm not clear on the exact title of this piece, but you may be able to find it online. I had no success. Anyway, he was actually, this is the second piece by Edward Bannister that I've done, and I'm just discovering his work myself. He was born in 1828 and he lived till 1901. He was a really good painter, and I did find some biographical information about him online. This is biography.yourdictionary.com, and Edward Bannister facts. Their African-American artist, Edward Bannister, though never afforded the opportunity of studying in a formal academic setting, earned praise and many honors for his New England landscape paintings. Edward Bannister was a prominent New England landscape painter of the 19th century and enjoyed a career notable for the lack of prejudice with which it was judged. The African-American artist, though regretting to his death that he was not given a chance to study his art in a formal academic setting, nevertheless succeeded admirably and won great acclaim in his day. Sadly, most of his works do not survive the ages, but an essay on his work in a history of African-American artists from 1790 to present described him as a professional artist who lived by his painting. Bannister painted primarily what he knew intimately: the somber blue-gray skies, with breezy white cumulus clouds in the late afternoon, and the hilly sweep of Rhode Island landscape and its dunes and shores. We're continuing with this same biography here. He was a integral member of the Providence, Rhode Island arts community. A small group of prominent art supporters soon founded the Rhode Island Museum of Art and School of Design in the city. A century later, the school remains one of the most prestigious art schools in the nation. In 1880, Bannister and a group of other artists chartered the Providence Art Club. It included both artists and supporters of the arts, and its first exhibition in the spring of that year hosted the work of 64 artists. Bannister's hobbies included reading, music, and sailing. His landscapes reflected the tranquility of his personality. As his career matured, he accumulated other honors. Meanwhile, his wife established a nursing home for the elderly black women that was still in operation in 1993. Yet Bannister's and the Barbizon style of painting eventually passed out of favor, and what became known as the Hudson School rose to prominence. Well, that's incorrect. In addition to suffering financially later in life, Bannister was plagued by memory loss, which restricted his activities. He died of a heart attack at a prayer meeting among his congregation at the Elmwood Avenue Free Baptist Church. This guy was basically forgotten about for the most part, from say 1901 to the 1960s with the advent of the Civil Rights Movement, and it's a shame because his art is absolutely beautiful, irregardless of whatever the color of his skin was. Like I said in the blog post today, I would be happy to do another couple studies from his work. He really was an on-it painter, and I feel quite a lot of empathy with his style and his approach to painting. I think we're both solidly in that Barbizon camp. Anyway, I can see we're getting close to the end of the video, so if you'd like to see more of my work, go to landscapepainter.co.nz or NZ, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 38. Meanwhile, stay out of trouble.